Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you how to do a 30-minute lower back sequence addressing the trigger points that affect the lower back, for lower back pain, okay? You can use this as a standalone treatment or incorporate it, as I'll show you, with the back massage sequence that I've shown you. Okay, so you can see I've got the graphics there. I haven't put in the posterior deep muscles because, as you know, where the pain is, it's going to be virtually around that area. I'll show you how to actually treat that, but just for your memory's sake, you can just see the quadratus lumborum, superficial back muscles, and the gluteus medius, okay? The only other one was posterior deep muscles. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to start warming up the lower back here, okay? Now, if you'd already done a heap of warm-up work with the other sequence, you could skip this, but as you can see, I'll just go through that again if you're new to this. So you can see I've got my hands nice and close together here, so they're supported as opposed to apart like this. So I'm just pushing my weight forward and then just leaning back, as you can see there. Just working those deep quadratus lumborum, deep muscles, superficial muscles, just generally going around through those muscles. So what I'm doing here, I'll just wait to show you there, is getting my hands, like I showed you, up here, so my pressure's through my fingertips to palpate as much as I can. See if I can feel, because the pads of your fingers are going to have the most sensitivity. So not only am I giving them a beautiful massage, so you see I'm pressing down there, but I'm also just going across, trying to go across those bands that are going parallel with the spine, working across them to find tight bands. Now this, once again, I've got, well, other way, but I'm holding the thumb there for support. And just going around through that, so that's the ilium, as you can probably see there. So I'm just going to go around again there. So coming right down to the base, L4, L5, I'm coming across the ilium. My fingertips are going over that ilium really that much as we go hit those glute medius. So that's, once again, going through glute medius right there. At this moment, it's really exploratory. Yes, they're getting a fabulous massage, but I'm gaining information. Do I feel tight bands? Where are they? Because then we're going to start working them more. So now you can see there, I'm just, once again, just sort of working, trying to get a feel for tight bands of muscle. So working this side, now I'm slowing it down. I'm starting to feel those tight bands on that ilium through the gluteus medius there. And if you look at the gluteus medius, you can see where those trigger points are on your graphic. So now I'm just starting to work a bit deeper. Again, hands always supported like that, getting good pressure. Okay, now I'm working for that iliocostalis, that superficial trigger point, your superficial back muscles. Remember I told you it's superficial to the quadratus lumborum, around that 12th rib there. So now I've felt that tight muscle. And I'm just working on that tight band, pressing down, and that's on that superficial one that I talked to you about, the superficial trigger point. So what I'm doing, I'm pressing down, but also just working, just elongating that muscle, releasing it. All the time, you can't see through this camera angle, but all the time I'm just, not all the time obviously, but I'm asking Liam as I work some of the deeper, is that okay, is that pressure okay, let me know if it's too much, pal. So as I just work through there. Now I'm going down between the ilium and the ribs, the lower ribs, 12th rib. So you see I'm slowing it down, sinking my weight in, so there's the superficial muscles, paraspinalis. So now I'm pressing down onto, if that was a sore spot. If someone said, rather than use my thumbs, I'm just pressing down, holding sustained pressure there. So you see that there? So could you use your double thumbs? Absolutely. You see now I've just supported that to bring it up, remember, you want to use your elbow, it's going to be deeper pressure. So just bending that arm there will make the elbow come more into play. This angle is going to put more of the forearm. Right, now I'm going to start to work the the quadratus lumborum. See that? Now I've doubled up and I'm hooking. So, I'll show you. So I'm coming over and now, so come down and I'm done at that time. You see, I'm starting to get a feel what's deeper to it. And I'm going to hook my fingers in. So we're going to do, I'm about to show you using your thumbs. But this, so thumbs on your side, but fingers that I'm pulling and getting to it there. So now doing that glute medius again, going down that ilium. So what I did, I'm just asking Liam if that's okay. So I palpated with my fingers, still doing nice massage strokes. Now I got an idea of where they are, and now I'll put the pressure, more pressure. Again, could you use your thumbs? Yes. Could you use doubled up fingers if you got the pressure? Absolutely. Could you use your fist? Yes. But I really like to use the forearms because it's just so much nicer for both the client and for yourself. Okay, now, you see I'm hooking, so I've come over the paraspinal muscles, okay, and now I'm hooking in, so I'm going deep, so I'm come around deep to it to come into to get those trigger points of the quadratus lumborum. Same thing, I'm working my fist now, down through there, between the ilium and the lower ribs, the 12th ribs, 12th, 11 ribs. So just breaking it up, just some hand over hand stuff. Now I'm going to give you a better angle in a minute, but what I'm doing here is with my thumbs coming down through to my side. So come around and hook the fingers, and I said I'll give you a better angle of this, come around to this side, but I'm using my thumbs to go down. And just working all that quadratus lumborum from top, right down to the ilium there, and especially where those trigger points are, and just like that now. Coming in, remember you've got to come around the side and push in towards the spine. So not down, not straight down, you've got to come around the erector spinae muscles and go deep to it. But if you've done massage before, you know this, you know how to do this, what I'm doing here. As I say, I'll show you a better angle. But that's all that is, using my thumbs doubled up or side by side or one over the top. So now I'm going to just lengthen out those erector spinae muscles and all the fascia there that's between the ilium and the lower back area. So slowing it right down, and now we're going to really stretch out that fascia and muscles through there. Again, as you can see, my hand is down, my palm is down, so there's no bone at the moment. It's going to clunk against the spine. Okay, now here I'm going to show you again, like if someone was complaining about deep, a pain, specific pain point there, we're just working those trigger points there. That could be posterior deep muscles, that could be the quadratus lumborum, just using that and sinking down. This, I'm just getting nice and low and coming up, like I did with the trapezius at the top of the shoulder, getting low and coming up, and then I can get into some catching that bottom of that quadratus lumborum before I come up onto the erector spinae muscles. So you see now, so we did all those general work, and now I'm getting more point specific. Okay, so now we're down at that base, the lower back there at the spine, and going around that ilium there. Starting to work those quadratus lumborum. So now I'm on the ilium, the glute medius trigger points, and because ilium is small, I can use both fingers, my fingers like this, and get plenty of pressure onto those, no problems at all. Remember that you don't need much pressure on some people; they're really exquisitely tender. So that, I'm just showing the line of the ilium so you get an understanding there. So that's the ilium there. Now, coming into those quadratus lumborum, right at the back there, right, those lower points there. All right, so now I'm going to show you how I used my thumbs there. See that? Okay, you see that? So coming around the erector spinae and then come under. And that's addressing those lower ones. See that? Come down and hook him in. It's really tender, you've got to be really careful. And then doing the top ones. So you see what I did with the QL, okay? So from one side, I hooked my fingers onto it and sustained the pressure there. And then on my side, I used my thumbs. And again, you know, you can use your elbow, your forearm, as long as you can come around and get deep to it, depending on the size of the person. So now I'm hitting those top ones. Remember, the top ones are underneath those superficial areas. So we're right at that superficial trigger point there, you can see, and deep to that of the quadratus lumborum ones. So we'll come around deep to it, around that rib, and then hook in. And these will be really tender. Like I said, it'll feel like a bruise to the client. So as I'm just working back to you, get a really good idea how to do the superficial, the quadratus lumborum, how to work deep ones, and how to work the gluteus medius. So what I'm going to do for you, as you just watch through this, is on each of these, so what I'll do is, as I say, teach you like this, then when you switch sides, I'll put the music on and you can practice, and I'm taking the graphics away to give you an understand, just to give you a heads up. So look at them now if you don't already know where those trigger points are, okay? Because after this, you'd switch sides on the person, and I'll put the music on, and you can practice working those trigger points. So once again, this could be posterior deep muscles right there, where I'm just working there. Someone that's pain, they go, oh yeah, no, it's right here. So I'm just sinking my weight down, slowing it down, and really elongating these muscles. This person's lower back's going to feel fantastic. So now just a connecting stroke as we go down. Right across the glute medius. So you can see we've worked parallel to the points, we've gone across them. So you can see it's really lovely and slow. So what I'm just showing you through this is, you know, different techniques that you can use. You can mix it up, do your own version of this, but I'll just show you like the different techniques that I'm using. You can shorten it, you can make it longer, but the point is that you address the trigger points. And now we're doing the glute medius again. So you can see I move around, I come back to the point, so you're not just labouring away at one point, 2 points, making the person sore. So now I'm just showing you again, so you can bring it and just pushing in like this. So this part of my arm, my upper arm bone, humerus, so working that with an elbow, just bring it in like that. So you see once again, quadratus lumborum, hooking in with my fingers, hooking in. As I said, you get great results from doing this. Once again, just elongating, connecting that lower back, going up through the mid back there, really loosening up, releasing fascia. And even though you can't see it, many times I'll just have my other hand laying on the table. Okay, now it's practice time for you.